Hey you, welcome to our channel. Let's talk about meal balancing. Balanced meals are going to help you have balanced blood sugars, stay fuller for longer, get more of the right nutrients that you need to feel your best, not have those sugar cravings or that irritability or nauseous feeling when you get too hungry or your blood sugars dip too low. And here's the great news. I am going to give you one simple rule to help you do all of that at every meal and snack. I'm Heather Hall of RealHealthyMamas.com. I'm a functional and integrative dietitian and a wife and mama to 4, soon to be 5 little ones. My passion is helping other women and mamas to get real nutrition advice and simple solutions that will have the biggest impact on you and your family. So let's talk balancing meals. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly which foods to eat or what your portion sizes should be. Your intuitive eating cues will help you to determine that with each meal, and it's going to ebb and flow with your different meals throughout the days and even times of day. What I am going to give you is a really simple formula to remember to help you at every meal and snack. Are you ready? Here it is. PFC times 3. So say that with me. Get that stuck in your head. PFC times 3. Now, I adapted this rule from a fellow nutritionist. You can find her at Cassie.net. She has some great information there. And I particularly love this rule that she teaches. The P stands for protein. At every meal, you should have a healthy, real food source of protein. You can choose what you want this to be. So meat, fish, eggs, nuts, peanut butter, seeds, cheese. The varieties are endless. So keep a variety of healthy protein foods on hand that you enjoy. If you don't like seafood, you don't have to eat seafood. There's lots of other great options out there. The F stands for fat. Healthy fats are going to help you stay fuller for longer. They're going to help you burn more calories, absorb more vitamins and minerals, have less inflammation, add great flavor to the foods, which is important, and help you feel satisfied with the foods that you're eating. My go-to healthy fats are olive oil, avocado oil, real butter. Yes, you can eat real butter. Nut and seed butters like almond butter or sunflower butter or peanut butter, and then virgin coconut oil. And those fats cover virtually every food prep need in my own kitchen. Some fats to avoid are, here's my big ones, vegetable oils like corn oil, canola oil, or just like the mixtures of oils that are called vegetable oil. And then your hydrogenated oils like Crisco or shortening, you know, those ones that come in the tubs and it's like the hard white fats. And I explain in a different video, I talk about fats and why it is that I use those oils or avoid those oils and fats. But for now, just trust me, those are some good ones to use in your kitchen. The C stands for carbohydrates or carbs. So yes, carbs are a great source of energy. You can eat carbs. They contain important nutrients. They can also give you that full, satisfied feeling with your meals, although they're not going to last as long as fats do. So you want to be getting your carbs from real food sources. This is the important thing. Like fruits, starchy vegetables like potatoes, whole grains in moderation like quinoa and oats, brown rice and wild rice. What you want to avoid is the highly processed sources of grains like white flours, and then like your white sugars and other sugary foods should be avoided as well. And it's important just to always make sure that you're pairing your carbs with either a protein or a fat, or preferably both, because that is going to help to keep your blood sugars balanced, make your meals last longer, and be more satisfying. All right, so the last part of PFC times 3 is that times 3 part. The times 3 is really important too. That's your reminder that you need to be eating at least 3 square meals a day, no meal skipping. If you have diabetes or prediabetes or polycystic ovarian syndrome or suffer from low blood sugars, those are instances where we know that your blood sugars are already really out of control, because that's at the point where it's showing up on lab tests. A lot of us actually have blood sugar balance issues, but it's not showing up on our labs yet. And it's something we all need to be mindful of. But if you have known blood sugar issues, like one of those things, you might want to adapt this rule. Instead of PFC times 3, PFC every 3, meaning every 3 hours. And that means that that's just going to help balance your blood sugars a little bit better. If you're eating roughly every 3 hours instead of going longer stretches in between your meals. And that's something that anyone can adapt as well. Even if you don't have diabetes or something like that, you can still aim to eat every 3 hours instead of just 3 meals a day. There's nothing wrong with having snacks between meals. Let's see. So that's going to really help, following this rule, to balance those blood sugars, keep you feeling good, avoid blood sugar crashes, sweets cravings, and those lousy feelings that you didn't realize were coming from out of control blood sugars. So again, the rule is PFC times 3. Protein, fat, carb at every meal, at least 3 meals per day, or even better, every 3 hours. And the every 3 hours is a rough rule. People don't get too hung up on that. You know, somewhere between every 2 to 4 hours, if you're making sure that you feed yourself a meal or snack, then that's a really great adjustment. Repeat this rule in your mind over and over and over again until it is burned into your brain. And if you are having like a smaller snack and you're having trouble including all 3 of those components in just like a little snack, it's okay to just include 2 of those 3 PFCs. Also keep in mind that some single foods are going to count as 2 things. For example, if you have almond butter and apple slices as a snack, the almond butter is really high in both fat and protein. And then the apples are going to count as your carbs. So even though you only have 2 foods there, you're actually getting a whole PFC. So keep that in mind. And it's not like a hard, fast rule. It's just a guideline to keep in mind as you're eating. So don't get too hung up on whether, does this count as a protein? Does this have enough fat to count? Just do your best to make sure that you're including those 3 things at every meal in, reasonable portions. And if you find that you're still having, out of control blood sugars, or you're still feeling really hungry really soon after a meal, or you're having some of those symptoms of low blood sugars, like irritability, or like that gnawing sensation, or even getting a little nauseous between meals before it's time to eat again, then that's a sign that maybe you need to be upping the protein or the fat portion of your meals and snacks a little bit more, and maybe cutting down the carb portion even. And so it's something that can be played with according to your body and your needs. So use this PFC times 3 when you plan your meals to make sure that you're including all those components in your meal plan and to dish up your plate. And this one simple rule, I promise, is going to get you feeling so much better, even if you didn't realize that balancing blood sugars was a problem for you. It is actually a problem for the majority of people. So I hope that you found this simple rule helpful for balancing your meals without getting too complicated about it. So just remember PFC times 3, and it's going to get you feeling a lot better and help you have balanced meals and balanced blood sugars. We'll see you in the next video.